Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of the Cotswolds Signature Single Malt. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of the Cotswolds Signature Single Malt. I recently visited the Cotswolds Distillery for myself and really was impressed with what they're doing in terms of whisky making and the liquid itself. I bought a few bottles whilst I was there and have purchased a few more since. This particular whisky is their classic entry-level single malt. It retails for £39 in the UK and it's made using local barley, it's made using 2 yeast strains, and it's made up of first fill ex-bourbon and STR ex-red wine casks. STR stands for shaved, toasted and recharred, and it's basically bringing new life into old barrels, and it really is a game changer which a lot of distilleries are using now. The particular whisky is one of 6,200 bottles in this particular batch. It's 46% ABV, it's non-chill filtered and natural colour. Should we find out what it tastes like? On to the whisky. Right, so before I start nosing and tasting, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that's like a rose gold. Let's start with the nose. So the first thing I get is like red berries, that's quite prominent. There's quite a jamminess with that. Yeah, lovely jammy red fruits. I'm also getting like fresh red apples, like there's a nice orchard fruit nose coming through now, which is really nice. And there's also like a biscuity note that comes through on the nose as well. Let's move on to the palate. So the first thing I get is the red apple. That really is quite noticeable. There's like baking spices as well, like cinnamon and cloves. Has a nice sort of tingle on the tongue with that. I'm even getting a nice charred oak note through as well. Really does liven up the palate. Let's have another sip. Yeah, so I'm starting to get a little bit more heat. I'm starting to get that jamminess that I picked up on the nose. I'm starting to get that biscuit that I picked up on the nose. There's a little bit of chili pepper with that heat now, having a second sip. But there's also some more fruitiness and a little bitterness. Let's have one final sip. Yeah, that fruitiness that I wasn't quite sure what it was. It's like cherries, and with that I'm also getting a little bit of dark chocolate. In terms of finish, I'd say it's medium long. There's red berries, there's it's like a fruit pie. You're getting the sort of pastry and you're getting those cooked red fruits coming through. There is a little bit of heat and there is a little bit of dry wood with this, but overall it really does sit nicely on the palate. In terms of value, well, it retails for around £39. You can find it for a few pounds less than that at most retailers most of the time, and it can be found as low as £30 when it's on offer. I think this is a great introduction to the distillery. The cask makeup of those ex-bourbon and ex-red wine STR casks is 70% bourbon and 30% red wine. The fruitiness is spot on. I think this works really well. I have tried the new make and you can pick out that underlying new make character within the spirit itself. It's 46%, which is, you know, a great starting point for any new distillery. it's non-chill filtered, it's natural colour, which is always great. I think the price point of this is pretty spot on. I think this is really good value, and although I think some people might not like the red wine influence on this, I think it really does work. It's a great introduction to this distillery, and it's definitely one that I would recommend. If you are looking for a distillery to visit, I definitely recommend this distillery. I'll put a link to the video I created whilst I was there in the description for you if you'd like to check that out. Coming next week is my Cotswolds Reserve bottle. Hopefully you'll come back for more. Sauncha. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.